Hey coaches, here's one tip from Coach Luke to run play practice play sessions that actually work. The full interview drops soon.
You can vary up your 3v3s and 4v4s. They don't have to be the same every single practice. You could have bigger goals. You could have goalies involved. Um, you can do odd man stuff as well. Change the
But it's
size of the
always
pitch.
it's always a scrimmage though, right?
Yeah, it's always a small-sided game to start.
With goals and objective to score the goal. Score a
Yes.
goal.
Yeah.
More goals
So
than the other team.
so U.S. soccer has this. It was taught to me like Ogre Community College, where you get OGRCC, and the first one is organized, which I just explained to you. Like, hey, when you start any exercise, they don't like to use the word drill. I know in the olden days we would say drill. We say games now. So if you do the, if whenever you start a new exercise in practice or game, you always start by like, is this thing organized, right? Is it the right shape? Are the goals the right size? Do they need to be moved closer? Things like that. And then you get to move on to like, is it game like? And, is this like what we would see in a game? So, hey, there's goals. Yeah, there's goals in games. The small-sided environment, that's just like a game. So honestly, things like Rondo's U.S. Soccer would say, nope, that's not like a game because there's no goals. And people can argue that all they want, but I'm not here to convince you one way or another about a certain exercise. And then we get to the R, which is repetitive. Do they get to keep practicing the same thing over and over again so that they get better at a specific skill? Which again is true in a small-sided game. And then is it competitive, right? Like, are the kids being challenged? Are the players being challenged in that exercise? And when I had almost 30 players, I had like really high level players and then also like JV players in the same environment. So for me, I would be sticking all the good kids together in one 3v3. And then the weakest players would be in another, so that the good kids don't go, this is boring and easy, and the weak kids go, oh, I'm terrible at soccer.
Right.
You're trying to get everybody to win about half the time. So that's how that works. I didn't even get to the last one, which was coaching. That's when you got to coach. And then the middle practice, it can be more, something that's a little bit more structured that they would repeat over and over again. And, if you just go online, there's lots of different play practices already created that U.S. Soccer has made, where you can grab, the middle practice section if there's something specific you want to work on. Even your club will probably have it if they do play. And then the last play is just a large scrimmage at the end of practice.
Hey, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the full discussion on play practice play. And good luck in your next game.